What's up? What's up? What's up, my YouTube family? What's going on, good people? Maybe I could. I'm sorry. Let me change the angle on this. Nah, I like it better this way. Sorry. Hi, y'all. I'm in my little dressing room slash home office getting some stuff done around here. Stop to take a break to go live. Whoever that is, let me see. Hey, mama! What's crack-a-lacking, girlfriend? Are you getting ready for showtime? I, listen, everybody say hi. Come in and say hello to me. Girl, mama, girl, I'm doing good, baby, and I'm doing even better now that you are here. Girl, listen, I watched the video of you and can you guys see me okay? First of all, can you see me okay? Because I'm in this little room doing some cleaning, moving some stuff out, moving the beds and all this other stuff. But girl, I watched the video of you and your husband doing your makeup. I thought that was the cutest. You looked a hot mess afterwards, but you were still a beautiful hot mess. But I thought it was so cute. Girl, he was working it out. He was moving like he really knew what he was doing. It was so cute. Girl, one day God gonna bless me with a significant, but right now I'm okay, y'all. But listen here. Chime in, everybody. Come on, say hello, say hello. Make sure you like the right. Well, right, it's right there on my screen. Up at the top. But like everybody. Girl, it was so cute. I just knew he was at the end. I had to wait to watch it so that I could see what the end was gonna be because that was just too cute, girl. It was dropped my earring. It was too cute. It was just too cute. I thought that was the I love to see couples still having fun. And believe it or not, that shows an element of trust that you have for your husband. You know, eat or wear it challenging. Oh girl, I'm gonna have to go back and check that out. But you know what? It just shows an element of trust that you guys have for each other. For you to be able to I don't like the way this camera's showing, y'all. Hold on. Let me give me oh my god. I think he knows what he girl. Me and my phone, y'all, we having a hard time today. Give me one quick second. Let me adjust this. I don't want you to see too much of me though. Okay, let's adjust it a little bit bigger. And now I can't see all of the is it better this way or was it better that way? Whichever you say is the way I'm gonna leave it. Let me know real quick. Is it better this way or the other way? Only thing is now I can't see. Now sideways. Okay, yep, the other way. Okay, cool. So I leave that. Okay, so yeah, and I can't I got this in the middle of my screen. So anyway, I'm still green. I'm learning this. But I thought, yes, I'm so glad you enjoy doing things. You know what? It's like as long as you're having fun with each other and loving on each other, that is the part. That's the most important part. I'm so excited about this, y'all. Listen. So guess what? I gotta tell y'all something. There are 4 people in here. So far, I only see you responding. Can you guys just say hello? You don't have to keep talking if you don't want to, but just say hi, just so I know who's supporting. And please like the video at the top. Just show me some love. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to Sis-Lo. Make me feel special. And I promise I'll come back and I'll support you as well. So, Mr. Andrew Chad Caldwell. Girl. And guys, I don't know who all is in here, but guess what? All of you. So this guy, I don't know what to say about Andrew. Okay? I don't quite know what to say. I don't know. And once upon a time, I would say, there's something wrong with him. And I still do believe that his elevator doesn't go all the way to the top. I do believe that um, he's a little ground beef short of a taco. I believe that his clock is ticking backwards. Um, I believe he's planting dead flowers roots up. Uh, well, yeah, he's real special. Yeah, I'd say this. But he sometimes he goes. Well, no, he goes too far. But let me tell you something about that young man. He might be special. He might be planting dead flowers roots up. He might be a little ground beef short of a taco. Whatever it is, he know how to make that coin, don't he? He knows how to make that money. He knows how to stay relevant. He knows how to stay in the media, in the social media. But the one thing about it is that brother gonna get himself hurt. He's really gonna get himself hurt. And I say that because he is doing way, way too much. He is way out of his element. Now, first of all, I am happy for Portia. I'm happy for the fact that she found someone that she felt comfortable with enough to have a baby, and if she's expecting a baby, I pray for a healthy delivery. Everything goes well for her and her significant other. But for this fool to not only try to steal her little shine, even though a lot of people know better for the most part, but everybody's going to, if there's any possible way to get a coin out of it, everybody is going to do what they can possibly do to get it. So I say that to say that Andrew is now saying that Portia, he's the baby's daddy. He's Portia's baby daddy. That the guy that she's with is not the baby's father, he is. Now, mind you, this is the same person that said he slept with her husband while they were still married. And even though we know he's talking, I think it's disrespectful. I think it's so disrespectful. Now, first of all, you told this woman and you outed and came out and said that you slept with this man while this man was married to her, that he bought her purses. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much. He bought him purses. He bought him cars. He gave him money. He met him in a hotel room. He gave him fellatio and all these types of things while he was still married to Portia. Not only did he say that, but he also went so far as to um, come out and say that even though Cordell has won this $3 million lawsuit, that he's not gonna pay him anything. I'm not paying him. See if he get a check from me. But he gets on social media and he opens up his trunk and he has a trunk full of money. He's dropping hundreds like it's nothing. He's showing himself. He's all like in. There are videos of him opening up for plays. There are videos of him going out to different uh, uh, situations and opening up being appearances at churches and all of this type of thing. And he's making money. The BET thing where they did the Iron viral little segment on him and all of the things, he's making money, but he's saying he's not going to give Cordell one dime of it. But in the meantime, he's still not keeping his mouth shut. I'm sure that there's a gag order. I'm sure that there's a gag order in place so that he could just stop talking about this man. But he refuses to do it. Okay? He's already been attacked in public where there were people that saw him in public, allegedly, because let me just get that. Let me go. Let me just give me this. Just make it. Just give me one. I kind of write a little. Okay, been out of school a minute. There you go. Okay, because I spelled it wrong. Okay, carry the A, take away the E and the G and the Ly, bring over the and then you take away the F and you minus the H and you get this allegedly. So allegedly he was attacked while he was working out at the gym. Someone said something about this is for Cordell and bust him in his mouth. That didn't teach him a lesson. He's still out yakking. At some point in time, Mr. Andrew, Ms. Caldwell, you gonna get your head cracked down to the white meat. Somebody's gonna get tired enough of you running your mouth. Not just about that, but the fact that you keep getting paid while you're doing it. You're making a spectacle of yourself. You're making a spectacle of other people. You're damaging relationships. You're damaging reputations everywhere. And you are still getting paid in the midst of. You've been in Tyler Perry movies and everything else. And you're steady getting paid because you are a character. It has nothing to do with you having gifts or talents. It has everything to do with you being a public spectacle and allowing yourself to be made of such. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with gifts and talents. But you are making a mockery of these people who have worked so hard to get to where they are. And it's not right. This woman has come to a milestone in her life where she's pregnant. She's about to bring forth a beautiful baby, I'm sure. And you are making a mockery talking about you are her baby's father. First of all, you can't even reach high enough to mess around with someone as beautiful as Portia. That's first of all. You can't even reach high. Hi, sweetie. Hey, Preach. How are you, darling? So you can't even reach high enough to get somebody like that pregnant. That's number one. Number two, I don't even think she'll reach back that far to pull you forward to even. No, you're a turn off. Sorry, but not sorry. Then you're a target working sometime. Andrew, you know what? That's what I was saying. He is. He said, "Oop." Would you say "oop" to, Mama? Yes. You know what? He is a nutcase. He's a basket case. He is an absolute basket case who's getting there in the buttercup. He's a basket case who is making a mint being a cuckoo friend and Ollie. That's exactly what he is. And at some point in time, if Cordell don't lose his temper and do it himself, he gonna send somebody to beat his tail. And if so, he deserve it. And then, birds of a feather flock together. You laughing at me? Birds of a feather flock together. So all of this, I'm delivered. I would not carry a purse. I would not wear makeup. I love women's. The whole skit is exactly what it was. For him to go through all of that, everything he said in that video that he wouldn't do, he's still doing. He's still carrying the purse. He's still wearing makeup. And he still don't like no women's. He always talking about he got a girlfriend. Please, bruh, please. We haven't seen you kissing and being active with a woman since that one where you was talking about, come here, baby. And she was laughing because she was playing. Ain't no telling how much money you paid her to do that. It couldn't have been no money in the world. You could have put them soup coolers on me. Those big soup coolant, they look sticky and gut. No. I threw up a little bit in my mouth. I need an antibiotic just thinking about it. Just, oh, Jesus help us all. But birds of a feather flock together. Now, I like James Chanel, right? Miss Patty, if only you knew how much I do. Yes, I love Patty. I love them. But guess what? You said, fix it, Lord. Fix it. You said I was hitting corners listening. Which I missed that. And I don't know how to get, oh, wait a minute. There we are. You listening to the West Coast sound, you had to pull over. Oh, you was hitting corners listening to the way. You so funny. But I love James Chanel. But guess what? Birds of a feather flock together. Messy begets messy. Every time you see Andrew go live, James Chanel is on his live and he always bring him in. At one point in time, they said that James had said that he blocked Andrew because Andrew was so messy, but he unblocked them. Why? Because they are birds of a feather, and you cannot tell me that West Side. You cannot tell me that James was not the one to tell Tamar that foolery about Funky Dineva was talking about her, because James was in that live. James was on Maddie's live that night. So you can't tell me that he didn't start that mess between Tamar and Maddie. I know he did. But that's what they do. They are all like into mess, and they like starting that mess because they are friends. They are all right on that same little boat together. They all cuckoo friend and friends. And it's a terrible, terrible, terrible shame. Now I don't know how. Take away the A minus the G. Allegedly, James told Tamar, "You're right. Thank you, Mama." Allegedly, but so guess what? My page ain't even monetized. They sued me. They ain't gonna get nothing. But this mattress back here is still in the plastic. So guess what? That's just the way it gonna be. But anyway, I believe that James, cuckoo for Cocoa Puff, allegedly told told Tamar that, because he and Tamar hang out. They are extremely close. Eat together, cook together, hang together, sing together, all that. So I believe that's who told her that myth about Funky Dineva talking about her, when it wasn't even that at all. And then she came in. Oh my gosh, she came in so hard on Funky Dineva, like calling him your ashy friend, and that was just mean. It was just mean. And then her little shady, half baked apology. It was. It was. But you know what? Why is it that like it's okay for her to shade people, and I love Tamar. But it's okay for her to shade people. It's okay for her to talk about people like a dog, run them up and down, even amongst her sisters and whatnot. She is always messy boots. Always. But she can't take it. She cannot take it. She can dish it out, but baby, she cannot take it. And they pacify her too. Some of them. Some of them ain't going for it. But they pacify her. They let her say and do what she wants to say and do. But I knew in the first season of the Braxton's Family Value that she was going to be a breakout star because of that. And it's like the world loves mess. The world loves mess. The messier you are, the more dramatic you are, the more controversial you are, the more coins you make. And that's why Andrew ended up on BET and none of us did. I believe that some of us have some way better stories to tell. A lot of stuff to share. My life is a book. My life, yeah, you go. My life is a book. I have been through so much in my life. You would not believe it. From the age of 4, I can remember tragedies. My baby sister died when I was 4 years old. My mother discovered her lifeless body in her crib. She was 6 weeks old. I remember the moment my mother discovered her dead. I remember my mother running in the midst of the winter with my baby sister, lifeless body in her arms, screaming and crying, and banging on people's doors for help. And nobody would open the door because they were afraid. They didn't know what she was screaming and yelling for. I remember being molested at the age of 5, all the way up until I was about 8, by family members, not just one, not just two, multiple ones, to the point that I thought that's what I was for. That's what I was created for. Okay? I remember being domestically violated as a teenager because I didn't know my own worth, and I allowed my first love to hit me one time, and he dislocated my jaw. I allowed him to do it because I thought I deserved it. I remember that same boyfriend breaking up with me. And because he didn't want me and he didn't want anyone else to have me, he was doing things to break me down mentally. And I mean, I almost lost it. And that's how I ended up moving from Indiana back to Detroit, Michigan, because I was trying to run away from that. And then I came here and started going through a whole different set of problems. So all of my life I've been through things. I got married at 23 to my first husband, the father of my children, and after being married for 12 years, he was a pastor, and everything he walked out on his entire family, left me about to lose the house with the lights being cut off, the water, everything, with 3 kids by myself to raise. And from that day to this, he still owes me almost $250,000 in back child support. Do you think I'll ever see it? Never. Because he will never work a job where he can be taxed and it can be deducted. It won't happen. I went back to school. I got 2 degrees. Saw my children through school. Right before my last baby, well, when they were in elementary school, I met my second husband. We were married after 5 years of seeing each other. The marriage lasted for 5 years. He cheated, and he threatened to beat my children, and I had to let him go because I wasn't about to let him abuse my children. That's one thing if you do something to myself, but when you start trying to use my kids and I couldn't allow that. So he had to go. And I've been by myself. Yes, that's what people say they need it, but who's gonna do it? And then they still carry the cloth, the holy oracles of God. But guess what? I didn't allow that to change the caliber of woman that I am. I'm still that good woman. I still cook, clean, and do everything else that I have to do to take care of my family. None of them they never had to worry about anything. When it was time to go to church, I made sure they looked good. If I had to wash their dress shirts out by hand and hang them dry, starch and iron them, that's what I did. If they worked every day, they had a meal every day. Hot plate, hot lunch going to work if I didn't deliver it to them at work. They didn't have to worry about the bedroom etiquette because I took care of all of that. I did everything that a good woman and a good wife was supposed to do. They had no excuse, no reason to do what they did, but they did it. Because sometimes your everything is not enough. So, hey, I ended up still single now at this point. I'm single. I'm by myself. But I'm not, I'm okay. I'm okay. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm okay. And that's a place I had to get to though. Because I took a lot of stuff because I didn't want to be alone. But I find that I'm so, right now, I might be alone, but I'm more at peace. And that's why I always tell my children, you can allow a man to get in your heart, but don't allow anyone to penetrate your head. Man, woman, or whatever. Whatever your interest is, don't allow them to penetrate your head. Because when you start letting them control your mind and your pattern of thinking, you've lost control of yourself. You can't even function. When you start getting to the point to where you at work and you can't function at your job because you're concerned about what's going on at home. There's too much going on. You allow them to control your head and not your heart. Okay, I digressed extremely. Didn't mean to do that. But it's actually, even though we were talking about Andrew Caldwell and we came and I kind of digressed a little bit, but those are also some of the things that he said he experienced. He experienced molestation. He was sitting in the church wanting to be a first lady. He was the head pastor, yeah. He was sitting in the church wanting to be the first lady. Then he was bragging about how he slept with the pastor and was sitting up smiling in his wife's face. And he said, "Oh, I was sitting up smiling in her face. She didn't know I had slept with her husband right before we got to the church." That's not, ain't nothing about. And then he wondered why he was disfellowshipped. He was just disfellowshipped from a church. Now, one thing I try not to do is I try not to speak too deep into it because I don't know all of the situation. I don't know what were the determining factors that led up to him being disfellowshipped. Them having a meeting and wanting to put him out of the church. I don't know what led up to that. But if it's anything like his antics, you had to leave. Well, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna have to talk about that. I'll come right back to that. But if any of Andrew's antics are anything like what he displays on social media and the like, I could understand why they disfellowshipped him. If he is out there running his mouth about the people in the church and the pastor and everything like he's about Cordell and Portia and Phaedra and talking about crashing Portia's baby shower even though he wasn't invited and how her boyfriend or fiance is not this or that. If he's doing all of this on social media, if he's doing any of that in the church house, I can understand why they disfellowship. I'd have put him out too. If you can't go by the rules of the church. See, just because the church is a church, yes, the church is a place for sick people. Yes, the church is a place for the wounded and the broken and whatever the spiritually disfigured or whatever the case may be. Yes, the church is for all of those things. But you are supposed to come to the church to be conformed, not to transform the church. The Bible says to be ye transformed. Renew your mind. It don't tell you to come to the church and sway their way of thinking to what you think it ought to be. That's the problem, y'all. That is the problem. Church services and things are going too much the way the popular opinion says it ought to go, instead of going the way that God intended for it to go. That's why everybody is making a mockery of everything. The speaking in tongues is a joke. The shouting is a joke. All of the rhetoric is a joke. The etiquette, all everything is funny now. Everything is, and it goes too far for me. That fake speaking in tongues and all that kind of stuff. I can see you use Oscar Mayer or something like that. But when you actually mimicking the actual tongue that you have heard someone else say, and you cussing somebody out in the middle of that, saying, I'll shunda you, and all this kind of stuff, that's not cute. And it's scaring me because it's going to make you end up lifting your eyes in hell. Not me, because I'm not going to partake in that. But if you are not convicted by it, that's your soul and your salvation. I'm not going to press my beliefs or anything upon anyone else. But I'm not going to allow anyone else to sway my beliefs either. I think that the church has become too lenient, and instead of trying to win souls, they're trying to win people, and that's not those aren't that wasn't the intention. We are supposed to be going to save the lost and bring them in and introduce them to Christ, help them to live a better life, not to justify the life that they're living. And we have fallen short with that, and that's what happened with Brother Caldwell. People are pacifying him, doing the stuff that he's doing because they think it's funny, because they know it'll bring money, because his name draws attention. It's all because, thank you, baby. It's all because the bottom line is to change. And don't misquote that scripture that the love of money. No, I'm sorry. That money is the root of all evil, because money is not the root of all evil. In the Old Testament, the Bible says that money answereth all things. The love of money, the passion for money, that's the root of all evil. When you will go to do any and everything to get it and to keep it, that's when it becomes the root of evil. It will cause you to slay your own brother, set up your sister. The obsession for money is the root. Exactly. That's it. The obsession. Churches want to see how high the membership gets, but they don't care about soul saving. That's exactly what I meant. That says, okay, preach, you said you saw a lot of abuse, so you had to leave. And was that from your former church? You saw a lot of abuse in your former church, and that's what made you. And that's so unfortunate. That's because that meant that someone wasn't doing their job. Somebody's not doing their job. When you become so obsessed with numbers, and when you become so obsessed of being approved of, that you don't care about the souls being saved, your focus is off. Now, let me say this too. That doesn't mean that you get people in the church and you browbeat them into salvation. You take the Bible and God said, "Be holy. You ain't doing this right. You ain't doing that right. You ain't doing this." No. That's why people needed. Oh my goodness! As a child, when I found out that our pastor was a child molester, I gave up on the church and formed my own relationship with God. You know what? There's a ministry for you, though. So you shouldn't forsake yourself with the assembling to get yourself together with other believers because of what that one person did. It's almost like if you had a bad relationship with a male suitor or something, They said they wanted me to be fake when I preached. And I said, no. Oh, and you should have. You took a stand. That's what you were supposed to be. But if you are in a bad relationship, that don't just turn you off from our relationships. You'll still try another relationship. So if you have a bad relationship at church, don't let that turn you off from your relationship with other churches. You just gotta find the right one. And I'll admit to you that right now it's really hard. It's not as easy finding a church that you can spend the rest of your life. It wasn't just one person or one child. I'm sorry, many times, and oh goodness, I lost it. And you know what? One bad experience. You know what? I can believe that. And so did I. And so did I. But don't give up. As long as you don't give up on God, baby. As long as you don't and God, and tell the Lord what you're going through. God sent me to the right place. And then I had to say, you know what? If it ain't nobody else out there that's gonna be right, I'm gonna be that one. Because I don't want to stand before God and He be like, you know what? You ain't right either. You're no better than the rest of them. You're just as bad as the rest of them. You know, God is saying, if I could just find one. That's probably why He hasn't come back just yet. Even though He's soon to come, He hasn't come back just yet. Because He can't come back for that church without a spot or a wrinkle. You got to find that church first. And it's not that church building. It's the gathering of believers. And some people are so judgmental that they don't want to accept gays or lesbians. They don't want to accept people that are broken the law. They don't want to accept whatever they feel your fault is, whatever they feel your fault is. They don't want to accept you because of it. But it's not up to them. It's up to God to make that final decision. Now, I do agree that if you know that everything ain't right within your soul and your spirit, that you shouldn't be trying to lead. I don't care who you are. You can be the pastor. And if you got a problem being a whoremonger, you don't have any business being in the pulpit. You don't. You don't. If you're not that man of one wife and living right and doing this and or whatever the case may be, if you're not a studier of the word, a doer of the word, what a keeper of the commandments and all these things, then you shouldn't be the one standing up in the pulpit because you can't preach some of it. You got to preach all of it. You can't pick out the pieces that you favor and that justify what you're doing. You got to be right all the way around. You got to be right the whole that old commercial. I can't believe I ate the whole thing. That's what you got to do. You got to eat the whole roll. Everything, all of it. And unfortunately, there are some that just won't believe it. That's why so many different denominations have broken off and separated. That's what happened with the churches of God in Christ and the church of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Jesus only, the Baptists and the Adventists and the this and the that. That's what happened with all of them. Because they couldn't come to a common agreement about simple things. A head covering, should women preach, you know, who should women do anything in the church? Should they be quiet? Should there be music in the church, or should we just sing a cappella and all those types of things? They come to disagreements about all these things, so they fall out and they say, forget it. I'll start my own church and we're gonna do it this way. So now we've gotten to the point to where, okay, if they don't accept this particular sin or wrongdoing, I'm going to go over here and start it. The next thing you know, they're going to be firing up blunts in the sanctuary. to appease people because they're trying to win people and not souls. That's just the way it is. Don't blame me. I'm just a mailman carrying the message. That's it. It is what it is. I know people gonna have something to say to people. I ain't called nobody out. I didn't say anything negative about anyone. I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just stating the truth. And that's that. You know, whatever you see, like Brother Jay mentioned something about tithing, and he said that that's for Old Testament. Okay, it may be for Old Testament, it may not be, but it's something that I don't have a problem doing. I tithe. I give a 10%. I do it. I've always done it, and it works for me though. It works for me. Now I'm not gonna judge him if he doesn't do it. If you are not convicted by it, who am I to convict you? Who am I to judge you? Because there are greater things that we need to be talking about other than falling out about tithing and offering. There are some things that are happening. There are babies dying for stupid reasons. You understand me? There are people who are killing other people and having no remorse about it. There are people manufacturing things to get you so high that it'll kill you, have you falling out, having seizures and fits, and they're getting over with it. There are government officials in office that don't care about the next person. All they care about is filthy lucre. We have other things that we should be concerned about, and not whether or not we agree on whether or not our heads should be covered, whether or not we could wear pants in the sanctuary, women, whether or not a woman should preach, or whether or not our whatever. There are greater things to be concerned about. That's just the way I feel about it. You can't please everybody. And if we were to branch out and start a new ministry every time we don't agree on something, it would not it would be just like the church without boundaries. It would be a church without limitations. That's exactly what it would be. Because we don't know when to stop. We're trying to appease too many people. And that's just the way it is. You know? It's just the way it is. It's unfortunate. I mean, what do y'all think? Do y'all think I'm just rattling on about nothing? Or, well, I mean, how do you feel about it? Well, how do y'all feel about it? What do y'all think? Do you think it's okay, or you know what I'm saying? For every time somebody disagree with the way what Bishop preached, they don't like the way the Bishop preached, so they leave and they go start their own ministry. And they go and they start doing this. I seen one it was one church where the praise dancers, how they have these little praise dancers and stuff like this. These praise dancers, they were twerking down on the floor. I mean, dropping it like it's hot, come back up, and they were dancing to some, secular music. And I was like, oh, Lord. That was not edgy. That was, no, now come on. Okay, I just wanted one person. Okay, no, let me go. They didn't want to hear God's truth. People are just too flawed for me to follow behind them. I'm going straight to the source. I understand. Again, but not in my opinion, none of us have any business being up there preaching. All right now, preach. Why did you delete your put that back up? You retracted your message. It's been a popularity contest for a while. Too many clicks in the chart. Oh, too many clicks. You're not. Oh my gosh, you are not kidding. I'm speaking in general, not about a particular church. Very true. I agree with you. I concur. What? Twerking in the church. Girl, yes. Twerking. Dropping it like it was hot. Rolling, nasty looking stuff. On the front now, honey. And the song was cut. They had to cut. They didn't even delete the cussing or nothing. They didn't delete the cussing or any of that. It was all, it was just terrible. I could not believe that. I said, how did that happen? And some of the people wasn't going for it. They was sitting back like, this is not cool. You twerking, girl. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, now y'all know good and doggone well. Y'all need to go sit down. Sit down. I'm sorry. I'm writing down my email address. I'm going to put my email address up. And if there's anything that you guys want to talk about to me personally, feel free to email me and we will get in contact right after that. So I'm going to put my email address up. Here it is. Let me know if you can see it. That's Sis-Lo 2008 at gmail.com. Sislo 2008 at gmail.com. Actually, you can get me at Gmail or Yahoo with the same handle, Sis-Lo 2008 at Gmail or Yahoo.com. And it will come straight to my phone. And I will reply to you. If you want to speak to me directly, leave a phone number and I'll call you back. You can also leave a good time to call. Um, if you want a written response, then I'll write you right back. Just let me know. Either way it goes. Okay? You got it? That's Sis-Lo 2008 at gmail.com. Also, I have a little thing that I'm getting started called the Tube Toss. It's the little group, YouTube group called the Tube Tossers. And what this group will do is just like, say, for instance, we'll have a topic. Um, and the topic that we have, I'll open it up and introduce the topic. And then we will have selected any of the other participants that care to participate. You'll contact me via email and let me know um, if you want to participate. I'll give you enough time to prepare for the topic. And what we will do is we will um, come to me. I will open it up and I will have everyone, all of the participants listed, and I'll give a name and order that we will go in, and each one of us will go and we will have a 5 or 10 minute discussion on our own personal pages, and we will leave my page and go to the first speaker, and we will leave that page and go to the next speaker, and from that page go to the next speaker, and then we'll do all that until we have participated with everybody, and then we'll come back to myself, and I will close it out. So to give everybody an opportunity to get some exposure, to get some experience doing lives with the group. Also, it'll give you a reason to research and to study and to be able to elaborate on a subject. And it will be an opportunity for us all to grow with our subscribers and our experience becoming better YouTubers. So if you like to participate in that, just throw a little thumbs up. I'll write your name down. Um, and you can email me your email addresses so that I'll be able to, your contact information, because one thing you have to have in order to be put in the group, is I have to have a phone number to in order to group you all by. So if you're interested, throw a little thumbs up and let me know that you're interested, and let me know that you will be contacting me by email to give me your information. And we're going to do this. We're going to begin next week. I'm not going to do it on a Saturday. And I probably won't do it on a Friday because Brother Jay usually does the Friday afternoon, and on Saturdays, Mama of Six usually has their group usually has something on Saturday evenings. So we'll probably do it one day during the week, a slower day during the week, maybe on the beginning of the week, so that you can have most of the week and all the weekend to prepare. So probably on like a Monday or a Wednesday evening, we'll have it. And I really want to try to begin this as early as next week. So please be willing to participate. I know one thing. I talked to my daughter, and she's going to be a part of the group, and she's actually going to do some YouTube classes on couponing. Yay! Coupon. She is an extreme couponer, and she can teach you how to do hauls and how to make money from it, and how to get money back from couponing, and how they owe you and all of that. So I'm excited about that. I'm really, really excited about that. Well, I tarried long enough, and I think I've taken enough of your time. I'll probably be back a little bit later because there's some other things, other topics that I do want to discuss. But please, please, please let me know. I'm gonna put that up again. This is my. Can you see it? There we go. There's my email address, Sis-Lo 2008 at gmail or yahoo.com. Again, Sislo 2008 at gmail or yahoo.com. Everybody on here, please click the like button, thumbs up. Let me know that you like the video, that you enjoy the content. And, sometimes I can get extremely silly, but sometimes I'm kind of serious. But I like to have fun. Either way it goes, I like to have fun. It's gonna get better and better and better and better and all the time. I love you guys. I love you, love you, love you. On purpose. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. And we never say goodbye. We always say later for now. So I love y'all, and later for now. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.